23 to 26 for handicap, 11 to 14 for scratch. You can please report there. I'm going to hit the red keys and start your practice, please.
Thought you were gonna buy dollar tickets. So you don't win anything on them. So I bought a $3 ticket. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for round 6. We're going to be toggling back and forth between the scratch and handicap. All right, in the winners bracket, we have number 1 seed Connor Egan going up against number 7 seed Andrew Dukowski. And in the elimination bracket, we still have number 3 seed Michael Martell going up against number 13 seed Dylan Zimmerman. On the handicap side, we have number 2 seed Allison Stakowitz going up against number 5 seed Jennifer Williams. That is in the winner's bracket. And in the elimination bracket, we have the number 8 seed Mary Beth Baker going up against number 3 seed Jennifer Fitz. So like I said, we'll be toggling back and forth between scratch and handicap. After this, we will have round 7, which will be the final elimination bracket, and then we will move on to the finals. This is a true double elimination style tournament, so once we get to the finals, if the contender beats the winner, we will have a second match between the two. All right, we are off and running. I will break in with commentary from time to time. You are watching the Pennsylvania Junior Bowlers Tour Masters Tournament live on the Pennsylvania Junior Bowlers Tour YouTube page. Stay with us. right, so through a couple frames in the winner's bracket, it looks like the 7 seed Andrew Dukowski is up by about 10, and Dylan Zimmerman is up by a stick or two. On the handicap side, Allison Stakowitz, who, by the way, will be getting 140 pins against Jennifer Williams in handicap. That's a pretty big, sizable deficit to overcome. She has an early lead, scratch, over Jennifer Williams, and Mary Beth Baker will be giving Jennifer Fitz 98 pins. And Mary Beth Baker has about a 25 pin scratch lead through 3. I'll be toggling over to the handicap side very shortly. All right, let's toggle over to the handicap side for a little while. The match closest to us is the Eliminators bracket of Fitz and Baker, and the winner's bracket of Stekowitz and Williams is on the far side. Okay, and on the handicap side in the winners bracket, Allison Stackwitz shot 210 to Jennifer Williams 146. So Allison has a pretty commanding lead, especially the fact that she is going to be getting another 70 pins of handicap. So she's up by close to 140 pins. So that's not looking really good for Jennifer Williams at this moment. We're good. And in the other match, Mary Beth Baker has a 16-pin lead. She shot 195 with her handicap to Jennifer Fitz 179. Whoops. Sorry, Matthew. We are going to toggle back to the scratch matches. They are just about done with game one, which I will get you those scores when they have finished. Okay, on the scratch side, on the winners bracket, Andrew Dukowski defeated Connor Egan 195 to 170 in game one. Don't forget, this is a two-game total combined score. The other match is in the 10th frame. I will update the score for that match once it's over. I'll be back. Okay, and in the elimination bracket, Michael Martell struck out in attempts to take a one-pin lead over Dylan Zimmerman, 223 to 222. We are going to toggle back to the handicap side now because we are only about 4 frames away from the winner's bracket match being decided. So let's toggle back there. Okay, and in the winners bracket final in the handicap, it's just finishing up now, but the number 2 seed, Allison Stakowicz, will defeat Jennifer Williams. So Allison will move on to the finals on lane 19 and 20. We do have one final elimination match afterwards, and at the moment, Mary Beth Baker has roughly a 30-pin lead over Jennifer Fitz. Oh, we are going to toggle back over to the scratch side because that winner's bracket match looks like in the 8th frame. That match, Andrew Dukowski looks like he has about a 25-pin lead. He has 358. He's bowling in the 8th. Egan has 290, but he is working on a double, so that's still anybody's match. And the Martel Zimmerman match is still equally just as close. Remember, that was a 1-pin match after their first game. All right, and in the scratch division, the winners bracket, Andrew Dukowski, the 7 seed, will advance to the finals. He will be somewhere in the high 14s up to 430. He will be Connor Egan, who's at 386. The other match is still very tight between Michael Martell and Dylan Zimmerman. In the contenders bracket, looks like Mary Beth Baker will be moving on over Jen Fitz. It is in the 10th frame. Jen is going to be at 388. So it looks like Mary Beth Baker will need only 1 pin in her 10th frame to move on and face Jennifer Williams in the Eliminators bracket final, or Contenders bracket, call it whatever you will. That match will be on 21 and 22. The Contenders bracket final on the scratch side will be on 15 and 16, so we will toggle back and forth between that match, those matches as well. Stay tuned. All right, bowling fans, high drama here in the last contenders match. Dylan Zimmerman stones an 8 in the ninth. Martell doubles in the ninth. He just needs to mark in the 10th to shut out Zimmerman. He's 6-8 to open. Zimmerman needs double an 8 to win. He gets the first strike. Here he is up. Second shot, needing a strike. And he gets it. So we are in the same situation we were in the very first live stream match of the day. When Alex Glinski needed 8 to win to beat Lazarchuk, he got 6. We are in the exact same situation now. Dylan Zimmerman needs 8 pins to beat Michael Martell. And he gets 8 and beats Michael Martell by 1 pin. 423 to 422. Wow. Holy cow. Unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. Unreal. All right, so we have the elimination bracket final between number 1 seed Connor Egan and number 13 seed Dylan Zimmerman on the scratch side. And on the handicap side, we have number 5 seed Jennifer Williams against number 9 seed Mary Beth Baker. The scratch match will be on lanes 15 and 16. The handicap match will be on lanes 21 and 22. We will be toggling back and forth between those matches. Stay with us, folks.
Okay, bowlers, some exciting matches. That concludes round 6 of the Masters tournament. Let's hand out our 4th place finishers in this year's tournament. Starting in the scratch division, receiving a $200 scholarship certificate goes to Michael Martell. And our 4th place finisher in the handicap division, receiving a $120 scholarship certificate goes to Jennifer Fitz. Congratulations to our 4th place finishers. Now we are on to the final contenders bracket matches in round 7. The winner of these matches will advance to take on our top seed, or our remaining seeds rather, in the winner's bracket title match. Okay, so Egan and Zimmerman. Just hit the red buttons for me. And you can begin your practice. For handicap, we have Jennifer Williams and Mary Beth Baker. Hit your red keys and start your practice.
Okay, in the handicap match for the 2 games, Mary Beth Baker will be getting 40 pins from Jennifer Williams. All right, so here we are. We are down to the final 3 bowlers. We are in the contenders bracket final. We have witnessed some outstanding bowling so far today. We've had at least 2 ties and at least 3 matches decided by 1 pin. Joining me in the broadcast booth at the moment, we got the Prodigy, who finished tied for 28th, I believe.
Is that what it was?
Good showing considering there was only 27 bowlers, I believe. And coming in from having the round of his life today at Pebble Beach,
Pebble Beach.
shooting a 2 under par. That's Pebble Beach miniature golf course. 2 under par. I think he even got the free round because he got it in the clown's mouth on the first attempt.
And the windmill.
Yes.
And the windmill.
Skip Moyer, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, it was way too hot to be on the golf course today. That wasn't the finest decision I made.
Well, at least you teed off early this morning.
But it's nice and cool in here, so I'll come hang out with you guys. What else do I have to do?
By the way, after we're done today and we wrap this up, I believe the PJBT crew is going to the Westie.
I was informed of this.
If you would like to join us, maybe Allison will take some of the money out of her scholarship fund and pay for our meal.
We get pretty expensive when we eat. Look at us.
We do. We do. We don't get salads when we go out to eat.
Whole
No.
140 pounds of me.
Unfortunately, though, we do not bowl our weight. If we bowled our weight, we'd be on the PVA tour.
Yes. Actually, it doesn't look like Allison gets salads when she goes out to eat either.
I could bowl my weight.
Sometimes.
This week I was over my weight every single game.
Barely.
What do you mean barely?
Barely.
What do you count as barely?
Less than a mark.
Yeah, barely.
Yeah.
9 pins about. If I'm exactly 140, which I'm probably not, I'm closer to 145.
Well, yeah, track seasons, or you probably gained 15 pounds.
So anyway, some different faces here today in the scratch division.
Yes, I don't even recognize.
Our lone bowler left in the winner's bracket, Andrew Dukowski. The match that's going on right now. On 15 and 16, Connor Egan against Dylan Zimmerman. That is the finals of the losers bracket.
Dylan's the defending champion.
Handicap side, Allison Stakowitz is your lone winners bracket bowler left. And Jennifer Williams and Mary Beth Baker are in the finals of the loser bracket. Mary Beth is getting 20 pins handicap on top of Jennifer.
Dylan. Dylan.
Connor Egan versus Dylan Zimmerman in the scratch division. Jennifer Williams versus Mary Beth Baker.
That's your new look. That's instead of it's
Advance to the title match. Non-winners are out and finish in third into this year's Masters.
good luck, gentlemen.
Key and the zero on each side of your console.
Good luck, ladies.
Game one of your two-game match. Bowling fans,
I don't think they're
Not
paying
you.
attention
You don't
to
bowl yet.
finalists, a nice round of applause and thank you, Dan. Good luck, everyone.
All right, and we are off. Number 1 seed Connor Egan to start the match.
Do we have to hit the red keys down there?
Yes.
And on the handicap side, Jennifer Williams will be starting the match.
Well, it makes it easy that he struck.
That is true. Like we said earlier, Jennifer will be giving Mary Beth Baker 40 pins in this match. And Jennifer comes up a little light. She leaves the 2-pin. We don't have that match on the live stream right now. Who, Matthew. Call the match.
Dylan Zimmerman starts off with a double to answer to Connor's strike on the first frame on lane 15. Connor now up on lane 16. Over on the handicap side, Mary Beth Baker leaves the 7-10. Her and Jennifer Williams both went 9 spare in the first frame. Connor now up on lane 16. He gets his double also, both bowlers with strikes through 2 frames. Mary Beth gets 1, that gives her 27 in the second, 65 with her handicap. Jennifer Williams up now for her second frame. Jennifer comes in a little light, leaves the 2-5. And Connor now up on 15. Connor comes in just a hair light also, leaves the weak 10. Jennifer now for her spare conversion on 22, makes her spare.
All right. Go ahead.
She's clean through 2.
All right. For those of you that may want to watch the handicap match live, you could go to our PJBT Facebook page. We are live streaming that match on Facebook. We will continue to live stream the scratch match on our YouTube page. We will continue to do commentary on both, but if you want to watch the handicap match, go to our Facebook page.
Connor makes his spare. So he is double 9 spare for 3 frames. Dylan coming up now on lane 16 for his third frame. Jennifer comes in, misses the head pin, leaves the 1-2-4. She'll be looking to make that spare to stay clean through 3 frames. Dylan up on lane 16. Good shot there, gets his third strike of the match. He's on a 3-bagger. And he is currently up about 20 pins through 3 frames. Back over to the handicap side, Mary Beth Baker up for her third frame. Jennifer Williams clean through 3, 53 with her handicap so far. Mary Beth, pretty good shot there, leaves the 9 pin. Dylan Zimmerman now up on lane 15. Much better shot there. Gets all 10. He is on 4 in a row. And Mary Beth makes her spare. As Jason just said, if you're just joining us, you can go on our Facebook page, PJBT Youth Information page on Facebook, and you can watch the handicap match going on right now. We will only be doing commentary here on the YouTube page, but if you want, you can watch the stream on Facebook and listen to the commentary on YouTube at the same time, where I'll be doing both matches. Connor now up on 16. Comes in just a hair light, leaves a 7-pin. And Mary Beth with the 4-7, and she makes her spare to keep pace. Mary Beth is up 30 pins with both handicaps included through 3 frames. Jennifer Williams now coming up for her 4th frame, working on a spare. And Connor up now on 16, looking to convert his 7-pin. Just clips it.
I thought he missed it.
He did. He really cut that one short, but it held on. If that lane would have been 62 feet, he'd have missed it.
Yeah.
He makes his spare. Connor has 68 after 4. Dylan Zimmerman on the front 4. Connor now up on lane 15. Jennifer Williams missed the head pin again. She leaves the 128. She's going to have to make a little bit of an adjustment. Seems like the lanes are changing just a little bit from earlier when they were used. Much better shot there for Connor on lane 15. He gets the strike. He has 88 in the 4th and with his strike in the 5th. And that is still roughly about a 20-pin match with Dylan on the front 4. Jennifer made her spare. Let's see what kind of an adjustment she makes over here on 21. She hit the pocket just a little bit better there. Still left the 2-8, but a much better shot. She's getting closer. And there's something you don't see from Dylan Zimmerman every day. He throws it just a little wide, leaves just the head pin. Certainly a very makeable spare for him. Jennifer now up on 21, looking to make her 2-8. And she will get just the 2-pin. Jennifer Williams with a 97 after the 5th. That's including her handicap. 79 scratch. Mary Beth after 4 frames has 83 with her handicap, and she is up for her 5th frame on lane 22. Dylan converts his head pin. Mary Beth comes up high, leaves the 4-7-10. And Dylan Zimmerman up now on 15 for his 6th frame. Still up roughly about 20. Mary Beth gets count there, gets 2. That'll give her 109 with her handicap in the 5th. Dylan leaves a 2-8 also on lane 15. The match that you are watching on Facebook right now is the finals of the losers bracket. Dylan Zimmerman against Connor Egan. The winner of this match will take on Andrew Dukowski for the Masters title. And in the handicap division, the finals of the losers bracket currently is Jennifer Williams taking on Mary Beth Baker. The winner of this match will take on Allison Stakowitz for the handicap Masters title, as Dylan Zimmerman converts his 2-8. Jennifer Williams in the 8th frame leaves a 9-pin. Connor gets up and doubles in the 6th frame. He's looking to stay in this match here. through 6 frames, Connor has double, 9 spare, 9 spare, double. Dylan Zimmerman front 4, 9 spare, 8 spare. Jennifer Williams now up on 22, looking for her spare. And she converts as she is down 21 to Mary Beth Baker through 6 frames.
With this strike, Connor can take the lead.
Yes, he will. That shot was just left right off his hand, leaves the 310 baby split.
And he got a little unlucky there with the 310. It was a 3-6-10.
He's gonna have to make this spare.
Yeah. There's still 2 game matches, right?
They are.
Okay.
But still, you don't want to give up ground at this point of the game.
No.
Jennifer leaves the 2-4 for her 7th frame. Good shot there by Connor. Jennifer Williams makes her spare. And that is only a 13-pin match now through 7 frames as Mary Beth leaves a 4-7-10. Dylan strikes in his 7th frame to maintain his lead.
He's got an 11-pin lead, and he can extend it to 21 with a strike.
Mary Beth almost made her 4-7-10. She just narrowly missed it. She has 127 after the 7th with her handicap. Jennifer Williams 115. That is a 12-pin match going into the 8th. Good strike there for Dylan. He does take that 21-pin lead. Working on a double, the 7th and 8th frame. Connor now up for his 8th frame. On a spare after making his split. Mary Beth leaves a 9-pin on lane 21.
Quick to shoot it. Makes it.
A lot of bowlers like to get up there and just make that spare as soon as they can. Don't have to stand up there and think about it. That shot there got away from Connor a little bit. Leaves a 2-5. Is that the bucket I see from Jennifer Williams over there?
That is.
That is the bucket.
She made a ball change, and it's not really working.
It just seems like the lane's starting to get, it just keeps going longer and longer for her.
And that doesn't help. Getting 1.
She picked off the 4-pin there. That gives her 138 after 8.
She's going to make another ball change.
Connor made his spare. Looking to get a strike here in the 9th to keep it within at least a solid 20 pins. He gets his strike. Dylan now up on 16 for his 9th frame, working on a double.
Jennifer missed the head pin now. Looked wide.
Just a little bit. She missed her mark just a little bit to the right. Leaves the 1-2-4-8. She's doing okay, though. She only has 2 opens. She's going to be looking to convert this to set up her 10th frame. She currently does have the lead. Albeit it's only an 11-pin lead, but it's still the lead. These are two-game matches. Jennifer gets 3 off her 6. That gives her 146 after 9. Mary Beth now looking to take the lead in the 9th frame.
Good shot by Dylan.
Actually, rather, if Mary Beth strikes here, she would be down 11.
I think she would actually have the lead.
Would it be 20?
Yeah.
Let's find out what happens here when it gives her 9. Okay, it's now tied after that 9 count. So
Yeah.
this spare would give her the lead. That's right, because on the spare it would give her the 20.
Yeah.
Correct, young Padawan. And Mary Beth does make her spare. So that will give her the lead
By 10.
by 10. Dylan now up for his 10th frame, comes up high, leaves the 3-6-10. Mary Beth 2-8 for her first ball of the 10th. And she picks off just the 8 pin. So with her handicap, that'll give her 173. Dylan makes his spare. With a strike here in the 10th, he will shoot 244. Connor Egan can strike out for 234.
She made another ball change. And that was better.
I think she's at a point now in the match here. She has to try something here in the 10th. Get herself set up for the second. She made the right change. If that's... I certainly think she made the right move.
And make the spare, and I'd try yet another ball. Just to see what you got. You need something to pick up a little bit more than what's going on.
Makes her spare. Dylan Zimmerman with a 9 count on the last ball, shoots 243. I think you're going to see a better shot here from Jennifer. I think this one's going to hit the pocket pretty good. I think she just has to make a small adjustment. Connor with his first shot of the 10th. Gets the strike. That one from Jennifer came up a little light there, got 5. She shoots 161 with her handicap. She is down 12 to Mary Beth. So they will move to the second game with Mary Beth Baker up 12 pins. Connor now up on lane 16 for his second shot in the 10th.
Ooh.
10 pin for Connor.
That did not hit very well.
Looks like that might have caught just a little bit of oil once it got about halfway down the lane. It skidded just a hair.
Yeah, with the spare, he'll be down 20.
Certainly recovered, but though to only leave the 10. 223 with the spare here. As Mary Beth misses her 10 pin. And Connor makes his to shoot 223, and that scratch match will be a 20 pin match.
With the way the scores have been, normally a 223 would actually give you about a 20 pin lead, at least.
Yeah, these lanes have been playing very favorably to someone playing inside and outside, because Dylan's playing pretty much straight down the boards, Connor kind of inside.
All day, a straighter line looked a little bit better.
Yeah, the pair does seem very playable on both sides. Jennifer Williams starts the second game with a strike.
Connor's like the only real one that was able to make like third, fourth arrow actually work well.
I saw Andrew in there a little bit the last match. He was starting to kind of.
He's getting in there.
He's starting to kick left a little more.
Actually, yeah, Dukowski. He was in there.
Dylan leaves the 6-pin in his first frame. As Jennifer Williams comes up, throws 2 much better shots in doubles.
Ball change.
And back on the live stream
For
is
like
Mr.
third ball
PA Fats.
change.
Yes.
As
Once-
your
go ahead.
kid just talks right over me as I was in the middle of a sentence.
Pretty typical.
He doesn't pay attention at all.
No. Once again, for those of you just watching us on our YouTube channel here, we are showing the scratch match here on YouTube. Up on the PJBT Facebook page, we are live streaming the handicap match. Mary Beth Baker is getting 20 pins a game from Jennifer Williams. Mary Beth had a 12-pin lead after game 1.
Yeah, we will not have any no commentary on Facebook. We're going to do everything right here on YouTube, so you can watch that match on Facebook and listen to our commentary here. We were just talking, PA, about the how versatile the lanes seem, because over here in this scratch match we have Connor playing inside and Dylan going straight down the boards. The pairs have been very playable.
Yes, Andrew Lazarchuk's father and I were talking today, and he wanted to say that you had room to play anywhere between 15 all the way out to the gutter, but you had to control it with hand positioning today, because in his opinion, there's not a lot of oil on the heads of the lanes, but there's some a little further down the lane. Be interesting to see what Matthew says the pattern is when we're done today.
Connor Egan starts off game number 2 with a double.
What good comments do we have there?
Just our usual, who's in the finals. And
Okay.
Jennifer now leaves another bucket on lane 22. She'll be looking to convert this to maintain her lead. She does. That is a double 6 spare for Jennifer.
She's definitely having a little issue getting her ball to read in the back part of the lane. When she misses a little right, it's not reading for her whatsoever.
As you would say, don't miss right.
That is what I would normally say.
Yeah, we were talking a little bit. It seems like Jennifer went through about 3 or 4 balls that last game. And it certainly looks like she has the right one in her hand now. She just has to like you said, can't miss right.
That was a great shot by Jennifer. Very unlucky leaving a solid 7-pin.
Dylan Zimmerman, for his second frame, came up just a hair high and tripped the 4-pin. He is up now working on that strike on lane 15 for his third frame. Jennifer now up on 21, looking to make her 7-pin. Looks like a pretty good spare shot. She covers.
In the upcoming years, she is going to be a force to reckon with out here on the PJBT Tour. It's a shame where she lives out in West Virginia they don't have high school bowling, because I could see her easily being a state champion.
Maybe you could talk her into moving to Conrad Weiser or something.
I actually tried already.
To Conrad Weiser, I'd sooner move to like Muhlenberg. Their girls' team's a little bit better.
Good spare there by Mary Beth. Picking up the baby split.
Or to Mifflin, where Skip coaches.
You just had to plug that in to make me feel better, didn't you?
Maybe.
I was going to let that comment go.
Maybe.
The only problem is he wouldn't get a chance to coach Jennifer, because Skip is Skip brings them up when they're first starting high school. He is the JV coach.
That's my title, but I'm pretty much whatever I want to be on that day that I want to be in. So.
By the way, for those of you who are wondering, we did not hit Powerball last night, except for $4.
That's why we're sitting here. And then we put the $4 on scratch offs and lost them too.
Yeah.
Good shot there by Jennifer. Definitely that ball change certainly helped her.
Quick recap here real quick. Mary Beth and Jennifer Williams both working on strikes in their 5th frame. Mary Beth Baker has a 16-pin lead total for the match after 5 frames. Connor Egan leaves a 10-pin in his 3rd frame. Both bowlers after 3 are on a spare. Dylan has a 9-pin lead for the total match as those scratch bowlers enter the 4th frame. The winner of these matches will go on to face our lone winners today, Andrew Dukowski in scratch and Allison Stakowitz in handicap for the title, which I believe is 2 flat game matches, correct?
If for the contender to win, the contender will have to beat the winner's bracket champion twice.
We're not doing that stupid PBA rule, right?
No.
No, where they only lose once and it's over.
Thank God, I hate that.
Yes. Nope. This is a true double elimination tournament.
Just some things that irk Skip Moyer the wrong way. Jennifer with her spare in the 6th frame.
They grind your gears.
It really does grind my gears.
Oh, sure. You let him. Typical. Figures. Jealous. Mary Beth Baker up now, trying to double, and she comes in a little light, leaves the 7-pin. With a conversion, she will still be up by 16 pins through 6 frames.
We're watching both these bowling matches, plus the Phillies games on. I don't know which one's better or worse. Aaron Nola today so far, 4 innings, no earned, 6 strikeouts, 1 walk, 77 pitches. And that's your out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by the PJBT. When Travis and I did a live stream last year at Limerick, we sort of like threw in some sports, weather, and traffic.
Well, that was awfully nice of you guys.
Traffic on 22 is a mess, that's all I can tell you.
As usually is.
As
When is
Saturday.
the traffic not a mess on 22?
Yeah, for a Sunday though, around 2:30, it was a little more congested than I thought it would be. It was more of a Monday afternoon at 5:30.
Maybe everybody was going to the mall, so we won't hit the traffic leaving.
I hope so. They were going to the Apple store to buy some phones or something. Mary Beth.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go right ahead. We had the same thoughts.
Yes. She did make her spare, and she came up in the 7th, left a 6-10, which she converts. Mary Beth has had a very solid day. She keeps closing frames all day long.
That's hard to beat when you're making spares. Jennifer now up for her 7th frame. She finds herself down 34 pins.
There's a perfect example. Jennifer got it a little bit right, and the ball doesn't finish, and she leaves the 4-5 split. Makeable. Little on the difficult side. Going to have to slide the ball right in between them. This could be a big spare. And we have a solid 8 by Connor Egan.
You know, we really are the kiss of death down here. I was just thinking to myself how Aaron Nola's only walked 1 batter today, and the next batter he walks.
And Jennifer converts the 4-5. Good shot for Jennifer. Keeps her in the match. She still trails by 16 with 3 frames to go.
Those are the spares that you got to make if you want to win this tournament.
$1,000 to win on the handicap side.
$1,500 on the scratch side as Connor Egan makes his 8-pin. Jennifer now up for her 8th frame on lane 21. Comes up just a hair high, only leaves the 3-pin, a very makeable spare.
By the way, once we get to the finals, I'm going to have to tell you about what Allison told me about what her father does for a living.
Light hit by Connor. Gets all 10. Go ahead.
All I'm going to say is he makes a lot of money, according to Allison.
He makes more money than we do doing this, so. I'm still waiting for that phone call from Chick-fil-A for the sponsorship.
We might make a few cents during this live stream.
Well, here's the problem. I don't think we're going to get anything from Chick-fil-A because they're closed on Sundays.
They're closed on Sundays.
Yes. Well, you know what? Maybe they're closed because they want their employees to watch us.
That's a good idea.
Yes. Yes, go to church in the morning and PJBT in the afternoon.
Maybe then maybe we got to switch gears to like, I don't know, Pizza Hut, and then we got or just a pizza shop. Then we got to give a shout out to like cheese and pepperoni, and that's what they used to do in the Phillies broadcast some 20 years ago. They'd make a shout out to cheese and pepperoni, and they'd show up a half hour later.
All right.
That's an old Whitey Harry joke.
Up to the foundation frame ninth on the handicap side. Mary Beth Baker still up by 16. She definitely was fast to the foul line on that shot if you were watching on our Facebook page. She leaves the washout. Could be the PJBT turning point of the match.
We need a sponsor for that too.
Yes.
Subway.
Nah.
What do you mean? What do you have against Subway?
Maybe Arby's.
There you go.
How about Apple?
I like Arby's.
I
Good spare by Mary Beth. These girls just don't want to lose.
I would certainly not be against the beef and cheddar every time a handicap bowler makes a spare or a split. You know, if a hard split gets made, we should get a hot roast beef sandwich for
Absolutely.
it. Just my opinion.
Absolutely.
Take your PJBT. We gotta start handing out tickets then. Take your PJBT ticket.
I'll just steal some Hustlers coupons from the state tournament. We'll give out $5 off. Over on the scratch side, just a quick recap. Both bowlers are through 6 frames. Dylan with a 10-pin lead total for the match. He is working on a spare. Connor on a strike. That match, like I said, a 10-pin match, going to come down to the wire.
No matter what Jennifer Williams does, she cannot shut out Mary Beth Baker. Beautiful shot in the ninth. If she strikes out, she could go out for 401, which will force Mary Beth Baker to double and 9. We've had a lot of them today, double and something. But first, she's going to need them all here in the 10th to force Mary Beth to do that. But she could cut Mary Beth's lead, to 6 with a strike here.
Dylan comes in just a hair light, leaves a 7-pin. We're going to shift gears over here to Jennifer Williams' 10th frame.
You can watch it live on our Facebook page.
Looks like a pretty good shot there for Jennifer.
And she carries the 7-pin.
Good
I
hit.
didn't actually think that was gonna come back.
Neither did I. That was actually at about 8 or 9 at the rangefinder.
From my angle, it almost looks like it's at like 5.
Now a strike here, I do believe, forces Mary Beth to double no matter what.
Yep. Well, as long as she gets 3.
Gets 3. I think she's going to get 3 on the last ball. I'll give her that. Dylan makes his 7-pin. That stays a 10-pin match.
Connor can even it up. Actually, yeah. Something like that.
That ball's in a little bit. She goes high and
Trips
leaves
2 of them.
leaves the 10-pin.
The count might help her out a little bit.
Absolutely, because she was on a double.
With a spare here, she will shoot 390 or 380.
Yep. 390.
390. I always get messed up on the 10s and 20s with how these scoring systems work. Connor with a double on lane 16.
Which means we can have a tie.
Actually, I think Connor has a 1-pin lead now.
Yes, he does.
And Jennifer does not make the 10-pin, so she shoots 389. So Mary Beth Baker will need to mark. She's up very quickly in the 10th. Very quickly. And she goes high, leaves herself the 3-6-10. Now we really have the possibility of a tie. If Mary Beth Baker makes the spare and gets 9, we have
There's
a tie.
She has to make the spare first.
Yes. Mary Beth up quickly once again.
That looks left.
And she makes the spare.
She has to have 9 to win.
No, 9 to
She needs to
tie.
strike.
9 to tie. Strike to
Strike to
tie.
win.
Strike to
Strike
win.
to win.
High, and Mary Beth wasting no time up on the approach.
Looks good.
And she
Gets
gets 8. And Jennifer Williams wins 389 to 388. Another one-pin match, ladies and gentlemen. We have had some drama here today.
I have 4 one-pin matches, 2 ties.
What?
4 one-pin matches, 2 ties.
Over here on the scratch side, Connor
I
Egan.
think
Yes, that we know of at least.
3 on the scratch. No, 2 and 2 on the one-pin matches.
I'm going to smack you the next time you start talking while I'm in the middle of a sentence. Connor came in a little light in his 8th frame, left a 2-7 and chopped the 2-pin off. He has 165 in the 8th. Dylan on a spare can really apply his lead here with a strike. Ooh. He misses the head pin to the right, leaves the makeable 128. That's a very makeable spare. And once again, we are the black ball as Aaron Nola gives up a 3-run homer. We took care of that one, didn't we?
We are really good at that. By the way, we are going to position a table for the finals down in front of us, and we are going to live stream the finals as well on Facebook. We'll see if we could get all 4 lanes in a shot.
We do recommend, though, you join us here on YouTube for all the up-to-the-minute commentating. Very good spare there by Dylan.
Yeah, maybe we won't do the finals on Facebook. We'll see.
Connor currently, after 8 frames, has a 10-pin lead, but Dylan is up 10 overall for the match. This is a very important 9th frame here, I think, for Dylan. I think he needs 10 here to keep the pressure on. Dylan now up on lane 15 for his 9th frame, working on a spare.
Yeah, strike here, he goes up by 10. And again, as long as he strikes, he cannot be shut out. Good
Little
shot there.
light mixer there gets the strike.
All right, so no matter what Connor does in the 9th and 10th, he cannot shut out Dylan Zimmerman.
First shot here, 9th frame. Connor Egan gets the strike.
That was cool as the other side of the pillow.
And we have a tie ball game.
And
As in what? Are we talking about the baseball game?
No.
Oh, Zimmerman's up by 10.
Zimmerman had a
He was up-
20-pin lead going into the last.
He was up by 10, and now Connor just struck. So now that's...
No.
It's still a 10-pin match.
It's still a 10-pin match because Connor was on it.
So if he strikes out, Zimmerman would just need the first one to
No,
win.
absolutely not.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
If he strikes out,
No, if he...
Dylan Zimmerman would need a double and 1.
Yes, that's correct.
And that's now a mute point.
Dylan will still need to walk up and throw a good shot in the 10th, no matter what.
Oh, this match is not over yet.
I just said that.
I know. Yes.
Listen to me, not your kid.
I don't have one.
That's true.
least
don't
that I know
don't
of.
listen. Don't listen to that human being that lives upstairs in your house.
All
Good
right.
Good spare there for Connor. He will shoot 205 with a strike here. Dylan on a 215 pace. Let's
Good.
try.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was going to say with a good count here, he will still force Zimmerman to mark in the
Correct.
10th.
That was going to be my next comment. So at least we're thinking together.
That was not good count.
Not at all.
Now Zimmerman only needs 9.
9 on 2 balls, and he is a winner. And he will move on to face Andrew Dukowski.
With a chance to defend his title.
and to become the first ever back-to-back Masters champion.
And what do you know? The 1-2. His nemesis. But he only needs to get one of these.
Dylan
he-
actually told me he made a 1-2 today.
If he had to get both of these, I would say different. This spare probably caused Dylan Zimmerman Player of the Year last year.
Not probably. It did.
Well, that's why we do not dwell on the past.
Yes. But like we said, this time he only needs to get one of these.
I think there's a pretty good chance he's going to get them both. Very good spare there for Dylan. As the crowd of 2 people goes wild.
Well, we know why we applauded.
Because he made a 1-2.
Dylan's going to be making a ball change.
Just to see what it does. Not that it matters with having to move pairs here.
That ball checked up just a hair sooner.
All right, 437 to 425 victory for Dylan Zimmerman. As the 13 seed, he moves on to the finals against the 7 seed Andrew Dukowski. On the handicap side, we have the number 2 seed Allison Stakowitz. Did I say that right this time? Stakowitz. Against the number 5 seed Jennifer Williams. Allison will be getting 70 pins a game. They did meet, by the way, in the winner's bracket final.
We will be right back after we hand out the awards. And we're going to get the camera ready here, and we'll be right back with your title match. Stay tuned. Please share the link on Facebook. We want to try to get as many people on the live stream here as we can. We're up to 20 viewers. We'd love to get somewhere up in the 30 to 40 area. So please share the link, and we will be back in about 5, 6, 7 minutes.
Okay, voters, that concludes our semifinals for the 2017 Masters Tournament, PA PJBT Masters. Third place finisher in the scratch division, getting a $375 scholarship, goes to Connor Edig. And our third place finisher in the handicap division, getting a $250 scholarship, goes to Mary Beth Baker. Congratulations.
talk about upcoming events. Next week, the PJBT will go on the road to the lovely state of New Jersey for the tournament best $5,000 tickets where getting all the other tours and more. But on Saturday, that tournament starts next Saturday at 8 a.m. 6 games and 6 games on what many consider the absolute hardest shot to hold on. Not quite sure how only for streaming this week. We might be streaming over our Facebook page that we move lanes a lot. So we're not sure. Then the week after, the PJBT winds up season 18, the second annual Tournament of Champions. As long as you have won any Pennsylvania Junior Tour tournament in the last 18 years, you are eligible to out for this. Most of the time, we don't take this tournament very seriously. There's not a lot of money up for grabs. It's more something to get together, reminisce, then but while PJBT is in the off season, two important things going on. Actually, three. We'll start with Marianne Jarupo Bowling. That is at Plymouth Bowling Center at the on Saturday, July the 8th, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Jason, could you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
'Cause I can't hear you.
Can't hear me.
That would be why. Hey,
So you could just start over because
hey.
nobody heard anything you just said.
Well, some people did. Some people did. All right. So let's talk about what's going on PJBT wise really quickly. In 2 weeks, we wrap up season 18 of the Pennsylvania Junior Bowlers Tour with the second annual Tournament of Champions. As long as you won a tournament on the PJBT circuit anytime within the last 18 years, you are eligible for this tournament. We have a lot of fun at this tournament. It's not taken too seriously because there's not a lot of money up for grabs. It's more just to have fun and reconnect with your friends who used to bowl PJBT. Then on Saturday, July the 8th, our friend Marianne Jarupo, she is going to be running a sports pattern bowling camp Saturday, July the 8th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Those who should attend are athletes competing in the Junior Gold Bowling Program, bowlers looking to improve their advanced game, and tournament bowlers. The topics that will be covered are reading different sport oil patterns, better shot making, execution, lane transition, manipulating the bowling ball roll, and developing better spare shooting options.
Very good clinic.
Yes, highly recommended. Both Skip Moyer and I were in attendance last year.
She puts on a very good show and has a very different and unique way of teaching things that is
Yes.
very pinpoint.
And is extremely effective. Also this year, special guest Mo Pinnell will be there. For more information on this clinic or any of the clinics that Marianne Jarupo runs, you can go to her website at www.dirupobowling.com. That's www.dirupobowling.com. You can also email her at derupo300@optonline.net. The cost of that is $125 for the camp. You can add $50 if you want a tournament bag or $130 if you want a Radical high-end performance ball. We are off to Matt for introductions.
Okay, bowling fans, it is time to introduce our finalists for the 2017 PJBT Masters. Track side, we have Andrew Dukowski from Linden, New Jersey versus Dylan Zimmerman from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. On the handicap side, we have Allison Stackowitz from Pocono Summit, Pennsylvania, taking on Jennifer Williams from West Virginia. Bunker Hill, West Virginia. At least I had the right state. All right, bowling fans, let's give a nice hand for our title matches.
All right, before we start really quickly, Prodigy, put your headset on. Let's do predictions now. We remind you, this is a true double elimination tournament. So for Jennifer and Dylan to win, they are going to have to beat Andrew and Allison twice. So with that being said, Prodigy, who wins the handicap division?
Allison.
Skip.
I'll take Allison also.
I am going to clean sweep for Allison. I think the 140 pins is just too much for Jennifer to overcome. I think Allison is actually going to win the first time out. There will be no need to go to a second match.
She's very solid hitting the pocket. She stays on the head pin, leaves makeable spares.
Yes. Scratch division, Prodigy.
I'll take Dylan. He's been performing pretty good when he needs to in the clutch today.
Okay. Skip.
I like Dylan also.
I am going to take Andrew. But I would not be surprised if it goes to the second match. Looks like Peaches wants to say something.
I'm taking Dylan and I'm taking Allison.
Oh, we really didn't ask her for her opinion, but she gave it anyway.
I just think it's very difficult for a bowler to beat another bowler 2 times in a row in this tournament. But we'll see. Stranger things have happened. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind that Jennifer Williams is now going to win since we all voted for Allison.
Sorry, Allison.
Good spare there by Jennifer. All right, so anyway, the story that I said I wanted to tell. So I was talking to Allison a little bit earlier during one of the breaks, and she was telling me that her father makes a lot of money. He makes $500 a month fixing machines at bowling centers. And that Allison someday hopes to have a farm where she raises cows, chickens, horses, elephants, and there was one other animal.
Elephants.
There was one other animal.
You got to have dreams.
Yes.
I want to see those elephants.
So do I.
What was the other animal? Cows, horses, chickens, elephants, and
Mammoths.
Something cool like a giraffe or something.
nah, it was a typical farm animal. The elephant was the only non-typical farm
A
animal.
goat.
No.
Sheep.
No.
Pigs.
Pigs. That's what it was. It was a pig. Thank you, Skip. Leave it to you to figure that one out. I should have known because we were talking about getting bacon from the pigs.
Allison leaves the 8-10. She's going to try to get at least one here. She will not. She will have 17. 105 with her handicap after the second. Jennifer Williams working on a spare strike. Dukowski now up,
Little loft.
playing way inside. Don't just whatever. I'm not even going to say it. I'm going to smack your kid. Well, your person that thinks he's your kid.
I will say before the finals, the real Donald came up to me, and he said to me, "Now you watch this scratch match." He goes, "This is how this pattern played today. Andrew will be swinging the lane, and Dylan will be playing straight down and in, and both players will be able to score on it."
Andrew starts off 9 spare, 9 spare. Dylan strike 8 spare. Andrew up on lane 17 for his third frame. Allison now looking to make her spare. She'll get 6. Or is that 7?
That's
That was
6. That is 6. She'll have 111 with her handicap after the third, 23 scratch.
A little easier for me to see them today now that the pins aren't gold this week.
You were not getting gold pins today.
Thankfully so.
I would have accidentally forgot. Andrew's ball goes a tad long there, leaves the 1-2-4-10. Jennifer now up in the third frame. Comes up light, leaves the 4-5, which was that her that made the 4-5?
Yes. Which, again, the PJBT turning point of the match.
good spare by Andrew.
Very well thrown spare there. Makes the 1-2-4-10. Dylan now up in the third frame, working on a spare. Jennifer looking to make her split. She'll pick off just the 5-pin. She has 66 after the third frame. She'll have Allison with a 45-pin lead with her handicap. Dylan now up on 18. Comes in light, leaves the 2-4-8-10. He'll be looking to get good count here. Jennifer now up on 19. Much better shot there, gets the strike. Cuts it to a 35-pin deficit. And Dylan covers the 3 on the left. He will have 45 in the third. He will have a 10-pin lead. Actually, with Andrew on the spare, that's actually an even match now with the open. Allison leaving just a 7-pin for her 4th frame. Very good spare there for Allison. She makes her 7-pin.
That's left.
Dylan comes up high. Leaves the 3-6-9-10. Tricky spare here on the sport condition. Allison leaves another 7-pin. Looking to make it back-to-back spares. Spare shot for Dylan on 17.
Oof. That's a way to make that.
Just narrowly picked off that 3-pin. A spare he's going to need, though. Spares are going to be crucial here in this match. Both bowlers working on a spare. And Allison will miss her 7-pin. She will have 139 after 5. Jennifer Williams now up for her 5th frame. Good shot there for Dukowski. And a double for Jennifer.
That was a beautiful shot. Oh, it looks like there's being a call made to the pen, Skip.
I wonder if when he called out to the bullpen, he got the answering machine.
You did give him the kiss of death as soon as you said something.
Yeah, well, I think they gave themselves.
What is the score still 3-2?
It is. Jennifer comes up high, leaves a 3-pin. Dukowski, by the way, doubled the 4th and 5th frame. He will have a 20-pin lead so far. Dylan up now for his 5th frame.
Oof.
Dylan leaving the 7-10, but gets the messenger to come over and take out the 10, leaving just the 7. He'll be looking to make his spare.
That ball seems to be picking up a little late for him.
Jennifer makes her 3-pin.
Good astute observation there, Prodigy. If only you could bowl the way you commentate others.
Thanks.
Good spare shot there for Dylan. Would have made the 7-10. Kicked the 7-pin out of the ditch. And he will move over to lane 17 for his 6th frame. Dylan is down 11 pins after the 5th frame. Working on a spare. Allison leaves the 5-7. Kicks the field goal, does not get the extra point.
Kicks the field goal, does not get the extra point.
Think about it.
And Dylan leaves about 5 on the deck.
I don't think he got it.
It took me a little while to get it. It's been a long 2 days.
Allison up now for her 7th frame. And she gets all 10 for her first strike of the match.
Much needed strike there for Allison.
She needed that. That's definitely correct. Andrew Dukowski now up on lane 18, looking for his 3-bagger.
That ball go over like 27.
It's a little hard for me to see. I'm kind of not. His legs are in the way from where I'm sitting.
It went over, looked like a little
It
left of
was-
5th arrow.
It was pretty close.
And a double there for actually a strike for Jennifer. She was working on a spare. She cuts Allison's lead down to 12 pins in this match. She's doing a much better job this match so far at cutting into Allison's lead than the last time they bowled against one another.
I think we need to put a request in for some office lounge chairs.
Yes.
At least 2 of them for PA and myself.
Yes.
You don't get one because you keep interrupting me.
Thanks.
You're welcome. You'll get one once the blood test comes back.
There's not going to be a blood test.
You will remain non-genetically proven for the rest of your life.
I'm not arguing about that.
Jennifer Williams comes up high for her 8th frame, leaves the 6-10.
Ooh.
Great shot there by Dukowski. Blows the 9-pin.
That looked at about 25, by the way.
Over here in this handicap match, through 7 frames, Allison with the 12-pin lead. Jennifer will cut it to 2 here with a spare. Very well done.
It's a big shot here for Allison if she can find a way to double. Ooh. Inopportune time for an open by Andrew. Haven't seen many of them by him today.
132 for Andrew in the 7th frame. He can still shoot 222 if he strikes out.
Allison only gets 4, but she is on a strike, so the pin count doesn't necessarily matter depending upon what she does on her next shot.
If she makes a spare here, it's the same as 9 spare. Pretty good looking spare shot here. Needs to get a little left. She gets 3. 173 in the 8th for Allison with her handicap.
She
Much-
actually lost the lead.
Yes, she did. Much better shot there for Dylan.
It looked like he moved like 4 and 4 left.
He did that. That ball was quite considerably in a little further. There's plenty of oil there to hold the ball.
He was playing like 5, and that one closer to 10.
Allison now up for her 9th frame. Gets 7. She'll be looking to make her spare to take the lead back. With the handicaps, Allison currently at 173 after the 8th. Working on an open.
Ooh.
Wow.
And it still almost fell.
Dylan almost leads the 7-9 there. Gets
He did-
something to trip out that 9-pin.
He did that a little bit earlier today with the 8-10.
Oh, God.
He tripped the 10 into the 8 on a strike shot.
The pin that almost took out the 7 was actually the one that took out the 9. So that would be the 2 pin?
I don't know. Watch the replay when it comes up.
Yeah, I need it in slow motion.
I doubt it was the 2 pin.
It's either the 4 or the 2. I don't think it's the head pin.
Let's see if Jennifer could strike in the foundation frame 9, and she does.
Very good spare shooting today for Dylan. Makes that 7 pin. Dylan working at about a 193 pace. Andrew right around the same, 190 to 200. Interestingly enough today, I turned on the live stream of the Senior Masters right as the Walter Ray and Andy Dyer begun bowling. The one frame, Andy Dyer throws a shot, leaves what appears to be the 7-10 standing, and my feed freezes. The feed comes back, the 10 pin trips, and a messenger takes out the 7.
Did he slap it out?
He did not. Andrew Dukowski comes in very light, leaving the 2-4-10.
Yes, that was not a very good shot for Andrew. His feet were at the foul line long before his arm reached it.
Big triple there for Jennifer.
She's going to have a decent-sized lead after this game on Alice.
Back-to-back opens for Andrew. 140 in the 8th frame. He could shoot 200 even if he strikes out. Spare strike would give him 180. Fill ball for Jennifer. Gets 8. That gives her 234 with her handicap, 216 scratch. Another light hit for Andrew, leaving the 210. Seems like the inside part of the lane, Jason's really pushing right now.
Yes. And a good shot by Allison in the 10th. That was an important shot. Back-to-back-to-back opens for Andrew. Pretty much is going to guarantee a lead for Dylan Zimmerman after the first game.
.58 for Allison.
So the best Allison could shoot with her handicap is 200. Jennifer in the clubhouse at 233. So Jennifer Williams will have a 33 to 35 pin lead after game 1. Reminder, Jennifer is going to not only have to win this match, but if she wants the title, she'll have to beat Allison again for a second time.
And I do believe they will switch pairs then, correct?
No, actually, we're going to keep them on the same pair.
Same pair? Okay.
Only because we really don't have any place to move them to.
I mean, they just switch pairs.
But we're not doing that because the handicap division hasn't bowled on 17 and 18 all day, and the scratch division hasn't bowled on 19 and 20 all day. So they're going to stay right where they are.
That will certainly benefit all 4 bowlers being able to see the same pair again. As Dylan makes his spare.
It could be both advantageous and a disadvantage depending upon how your look is.
Dylan with a 13-pin lead after 9. Jennifer starts the first frame of game 2 off with a 4-6-7. Both of your loser bracket winners are currently in the lead of their matches. If that trend continues, we will see another match for the titles. strike there for Dylan. First ball of the 10th. Jennifer gets the 4-7. Allison now up on lane 20 for her first frame. And Dylan now up for his second shot of the 10th, working on a strike.
Allison gets 8. She went to the left side of the head pin, left the 3-9. She'll try to convert this.
And theoretically, Jason, with the 70 pins difference in handicap, that's really only an extra 2 or 3 spares she needs to make to get right back in the match.
Absolutely. I mean, with the handicap in, Allison has now jumped back into the lead. Great shot there by Allison.
Very good spare. Dylan Zimmerman also makes his spare.
She's jumped back to roughly a 40-pin lead.
192 game for Dylan Zimmerman. Andrew Dukowski, if he gets 3 in the 10th, will shoot 179. He's coming up here. His 10th frame will be on lane 18. Allison now working on a spare up on lane 19. Leaves only the 1-2-4, a makeable spare for her. Much better shot there for Andrew.
He looked like he moved right.
Yes, he did. He really tightened up the line a little more.
Jennifer Williams with another split. The 4-7-9-10. And she actually made it a little bit harder on herself. Actually, no, she actually made it a little bit easy on herself by sliding the 9 a little bit left. So a little bit makeable, but she whiffs them all. Not a good start here for Jennifer Williams, going split to start this game. On the scratch side, Dylan Zimmerman beat Andrew 192 to 169. So a 23-pin lead for Dylan after one. Jennifer Williams up third frame, working off of back-to-back splits. Much better shot there by Jennifer. She's on the board with a strike.
And shot number 1 here from Dylan Zimmerman coming up for game number 2 of the scratch side. Dylan starts off with all 10. And now the ball game is officially tied. I could say it now. Oh, never mind. No, it's not this. It's 5-3 now. Forget that.
As always, PJBT fans, our message board is live and operational. If you want to give us a shout out, let me know where you're watching from. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to send them in. Good spare there by Allison. She has a 44-pin lead presently. And a 7-10 for Allison. We'll see if she could convert.
I think she's got it.
Interesting spare shot there for Andrew. He actually drove the 3-pin into the 10. The 3-pin hit the 10-pin but did not knock it over. If you guys saw that or not.
I'll have to see that on the replay.
Yeah, actually, right here it comes. He did hit the 3-pin, and it hit the 10-pin, and it just wiggled.
Interesting. All right, so Allison did get 1 of her 710. She has 51 in the fourth scratch, 337 with her handicap and the first game score.
I think Andrew should try something else. It's not working.
Jennifer sends that one out wide, leaves the 1-2. All right, so Jennifer missed her spare in the fourth. Then she snowplowed the one in the fifth. We did just get notification from tournament director Matt. If we do have to go in to a
Overtime,
we will be switching pairs.
which I think is the correct decision.
It'll add an extra challenge, especially for the scratch. I think they'll be very different for them. Could give more of an advantage to both players, actually.
I think it gives the advantage to Zimmerman.
Especially with him playing straighter down the line.
Yes,
I think it might also help Andrew because he can move right. And
potentially,
maybe
absolutely.
have a better look at the pocket.
Allison looking to double. She misses the head pin to the left, leaves the 1-3-5-6. She still has a roughly 43 pin lead. Zimmerman goes high, and his third frame leaves the 3-6-10. Allison gets 3. Jennifer Williams now up. Frame 6 looking to double, which she does. Good shot there by Jennifer. Zimmerman converts his 3-6-10.
Andrew making a ball change. Probably a smart play.
Sure, at this point, why not?
And unless you really throw a string together, you kind of figure, well, we're going to another match. So try to see what works.
Jennifer now up frame 7, looking for a triple. Much needed.
Looked like she didn't get all the way through that one.
I would agree. I would definitely agree with that. She leaves
Through.
the weak 10.
The rotation didn't look the same. That was better.
Yes.
That didn't seem to call off the spot as hard.
Absolutely.
So he didn't have to send it nearly as far right.
And Jennifer converts the 10 pin. Allison back up now, frame 7. And that's a strike for Allison. All right, she maintains a 32 pin lead. 3 frames to go for Jennifer to catch up. Andrew Dukowski doubled, so I'd say so far that was a pretty good ball change.
He went Jersey.
Okay,
I just saw it on the live stream.
okay.
It's because Josh made it like extremely big over here.
That he did. Allison looking to double. That's got a chance. And she leaves just the 7 pin.
That looks
Dylan?
pretty good. That checked. It looked pretty good, and then it checked.
6-9 lead for Zimmerman. And Allison shooting for her 7 pin. And not quite. Good effort there by Allison. So she has 393 after 8 with an open. Jennifer has 343 with a spare up in the 7th. She could cut Allison's lead to 30 with a strike here. That was a good shot. You could see from here that she got through that ball nice. Okay, foundation frame 9th, ladies and gentlemen, in the handicap division.
So we're going to make a ball change.
Jennifer Williams up looking for a double. All important double. Foundation frame 9th. She trails Allison by 30.
And it could be 20 with a strike.
And it is. Big shot there by Jennifer. Sets herself up. Let's see here. If both bowlers strike out, we have a tie.
Good shot by Dylan.
Allison splits in the 9th. That's got a chance. Okay, Allison gets the 1, so she has 402. Which she now finds herself trailing in the match.
Well, that's going right. I think it's important she actually makes the spare.
Yeah, absolutely.
Andrew's got 4 in a row.
He's trying to make a comeback. That match isn't over yet.
No.
Yes, this is an all-important spare here for Allison. And she gets it. Oh, my.
Slap that out. Here, wait.
All right, so we still have the possibility of a tie here, especially if Allison could find a way to strike. If she could find a way to strike,
That looks pretty good. That did not hook. Wow. This match just blew wide open.
yes, it did.
That's going right again.
All right, so that's
6.
6. So that's 418
For 17.
or 17. No, we're getting to correct
Need
that.
a correction. Matthew,
Matthew.
need a correction. It says she got 5, she got 6. So what is Jennifer need?
Jennifer needs a mark.
Okay. Good count and a mark. Since she's on a double. I'd figure.
That's a good shot.
That looks wide, actually. So he needs a spare and
Wait a minute. If
9?
she gets 2 here, do we have a tie?
I
Don't say ties.
That's a possibility. This is a hard spare to get 2. Unless if you pull it.
You have to
Wait.
go really light.
I think if she gets 2 here, we have a tie.
She's throwing her plastic ball at it. Or her straight ball. Whatever you want to call it.
I'm going to call it the green and black ball because that's what it looks like, green and black.
With orange writing.
Yes.
All right, so she's going to need this spare for a win. That's a good shot. And she gets it. And with that spare, we will have bonus coverage.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Yay. Just longer.
Hey, what else would you be doing on a Sunday besides spending the day with us?
We turn our attention to the
Sleeping.
scratch match, which all of a sudden has become tight. And that's 8 for Jennifer. That gives her 428 to 418. She defeats Allison by 10. And we will have another match between the two. They will move to 17 and 18. What are you doing?
He wants us to point it towards the scratch match.
Daniel, point it towards the scratch match. Peaches probably can't reach.
Barely.
That better?
Yeah.
Do you want me to zoom in at all?
Eh,
Not now.
no.
I believe Andrew could take the lead here with a strike. That's 5 in a row for Andrew.
Andrew up on for the 8th frame, working on a 5-bagger.
Oh, wow.
Make that 6.
I think Dylan needs to step up and double here.
Absolutely.
Looks like Andrew finally found that right ball.
Yep.
Yeah.
Opening, what was it, 5 out of the last 6 frames? That was a 6-bagger.
I would say that was a good ball change.
No, you probably didn't like it.
That's only with you.
Oh. You don't like it, I go next 10?
Yeah.
Thought so.
Dylan now up on lane 18, 8th frame.
That's gonna go.
Comes
Boy,
in.
has this match changed in complexion.
no. That is not going to help. Need some help from Andrew now.
Yes, he does.
Well, first things first. He's got to get that strike in the ninth.
Change balls again, move left.
Much better
Good
strike.
shot there.
Much better shot.
Look like he's slowed his speed down and
Yes.
hit it a little harder.
So
If that's
Zimmerman could
possible.
still strike out for 380. 254, 75, 305, 360. I think Andrew just needs a mark. He may not even need a mark.
If he can strike out for 380, he'd need 195. Something like that. That's wide. Alright, that'll kind of help here. 334, 354 with the spare.
Spare and good count.
Yeah. And he made it. So just good count.
If he
Be at
goes
74.
If he goes 8 miss and Dylan strikes out, we have a tie.
Yeah.
So
He'd have 374 if he struck. And that would be over.
Yes. Even if he gets 9, if he goes 9 miss, that's 382. The best Dylan could do is 380.
Okay, so
So 9 is a
9.
winner here. Anything less, he needs to perform a little bit on the second shot.
that looks pretty good.
And that will do it, ladies and gentlemen. Andrew Dukowski is your winner today, earning the $1,500 first place prize. Don't leave us, though. We still have another match to go. The handicap bowlers, once this is done, will be moving to 17 and 18. They will get about 5 minutes worth of practice, and then we will be off and running.
That was a comeback. Pretty good comeback,
Yes.
Just goes to show you what a ball change can do.
It's never over until you're shut out.
I'm going to take the camera and then I'll zoom it in on that pair.
Actually, what I think we might do is slide the table down.
Then we can focus on just 17 and 18.
Yeah.
I'll still zoom the camera in a little. So yeah, you might want to do that.
.233 game 2 for Andrew. 402 total for his 2 games. Dylan can shoot 188. Shooting, I believe, either 370 or 380. Dylan now up for his final shot of the 10th. Very, very good weekend for Dylan. He'll finish second. 188, 380. .22 pin win for Andrew Dukowski. We're going to move the camera down solely behind 17 and 18. Get ready for our handicap match. And then we will have the handicap final between Allison Stakowitz and Jennifer Williams. We will be back in about 5 minutes.
Okay, Skip. We have overtime.
You know, if there was a girl named Peggy here between you and your kid, we call it Married with Children. Your ex-wife's name was not Peggy, was it?
Might have been.
I don't remember. I don't know her, so how freaky would that have been?
That would have been interesting.
Okay. Each bowler gets 2 balls on each lane. I do believe the handicaps were
70.
70.
A game.
Total. 88 for Allison. 18 for Jennifer. And this is it. Whoever wins this match will be the handicap champion and $1,000 scholarship winner.
You'll find out in the post-match interview because honestly, none of us know it. Only Matthew knows what the shot is. All right, so we have a little break. Both bowlers are done with their practice. Matthew is setting up the lanes with their names, and we will get started in the final 2-game match of the day to determine the handicap champion. Off to Matt.
Okay, Jennifer Williams from the contenders bracket has won the first of 2 matches. So both bowlers now have 1 loss. So the winner of this 2-game final will take home the handicap $1,000 title. It is Allison Stackowitz versus Jennifer Williams. Bowling fans, let's have a nice hand as they begin their second and final match.
All right, Allison will start us off. Once again, she's getting 88 pins a game to Jennifer Williams' 18 pins a game. So Jennifer has to make up 140 pins over these next 2 games. Allison starts off with a 9 count, leaves the 4 pin.
Allison just misses her spare. Good effort, though. Jennifer now up on lane 18 for her first frame.
So what do you think, Skip? Haven't bowled on this pair all day. You only got 2 shots of practice. Might have a couple frames of feeling out still. Jennifer crosses over, leaves just the 3-pin. Fortunate to knock the 9 out behind it. She should be able to convert this. And she does. See you Friday night, Mr. Zimmerman. Good bowling today. Better shot there by Jennifer. Leaves just the 7-pin. By the way, it looks like there's a doggy obstacle course on the TVs here.
There is. It's like the Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show Junior Edition.
Wonder what first place gets.
More than we're getting right now. Chick-fil-A, I'm talking to you.
And Jennifer does not make the 7-pin. That was left off of her hand. Allison now up, frame number 2. She once again gets 9, leaves just the 6-pin. Let's see if she could convert this. And she just misses that to the right. Another good shot there by Allison. And she once again gets 9. So 9s are wild here at the start of this match. See if she can convert this one. And she does. All right, Jennifer Williams now up, 3rd frame, working on an open. That comes in high. The 7 tried to fall, but it doesn't, and she leaves the 6, 7, 10 split. Which she converts to. Okay, Jennifer now up, frame number 4. That's going left as well. She leaves the 10-pin. Her timing looks to be a little bit off at the moment. And she converts the 10. All right, so she has, with her handicap, 55 in the fourth with a spare. Allison at 106 in the third with a spare. And she's going to miss the headpin. She gets 6. And on her spare attempt, she gets 2. So she has, after 4, 130 with an open. Jennifer has 55 with a spare in the fourth. Allison up, frame 5. She leaves the other side, the 1, 2, 4, 8. All right, Allison also gets 2 of them. All right, so 50 in the fifth, 138 with her handicap. This is Jennifer's chance to try to climb back in the match. She is working on a spare. Ball change for Jennifer. Going with something a little bit shinier. That'll get down the lane a little further before it starts to hook. That is left out to the right. Thankfully, though, for her sake, she does not leave a washout. 1, 2, 8. See if she could convert the spare. Which she does. Good spare there by Jennifer. All right, she's up in the sixth. And she goes Jersey, I think. Leaving the 5-9. She was right in front of me, so I couldn't quite see where that ball went. But she converts the spare nicely. All right, so 72 in the sixth with a spare for Jennifer. 90 with her handicap. Allison now coming up in the sixth. She has 138. And she gets 7. Let's see if she could convert the spare. She has missed on her last couple attempts. And she gets 2. Certainly possible that fatigue could be starting to set in for these bowlers. They have been bowling since 9 o'clock this morning. And we are approaching 5:30 in the afternoon.
PA, they're not the only ones that are tired.
Ooh, that was a really good shot by Allison, leaving just the 8-pin.
Oh, no. He's going to talk our ear off.
Hello, everybody.
What'd that say, Matt Musburger? Good spare there by Allison.
High drama we have here today in the handicap division final.
There's been high drama all day.
This is very true. We've had 2 matches in handicap today tie and had to go to a roll-off. We've had multiple matches be decided by just 1 pin. Great drama today here at the Masters tournament.
Jennifer comes in light, leaves the 2-4-8.
That's why it's called the Masters Tournament for a reason.
Very, very true. It's also why we do 2-game matches for all the matches, because the scratch final was a great example of that. Dylan had a dominating lead. Looked like he was going to force a second match, and Andrew strung some strikes together and was able to pull out the match. So never over till it's over in these 2-game matches.
Yes. All right, Jennifer converted her spare. She finds herself down 40 in this game with 3 frames to go. She needs to make a move right here starting in the 8th. That looks like a better shot. Good shot, does not get rewarded, leaves the semi-weak 10-pin.
They like 9.
That ball has to push.
Yes. You could tell that came off of her thumb kind of late as her hand started to rotate around the ball. And when that happens, that's a sure sign you're going to miss your mark to the left. Allison on her spare attempt could only get 1.
Spare attempt.
Sorry, on her spare. Working off of a spare. Fatigue, remember? Fatigue.
I know, but
Fatigue. Now she's on her spare attempt.
okay.
Much better effort there by Allison. And she gets 8 out of 9. Okay. So after 8 frames, she finds herself up 32 pins. Into frame 9 we go. Allison gets 7. She leaves the 3-6-9. Six to 5. St. Louis victory over the Fightin' Phils today.
Oh, don't get me started.
That's got a chance. And she makes it.
Nice shot there. Good spare.
We attempted to go to a Reading Phillies game earlier in the week. Saw a little rain. We did eat pretty good, though.
We did.
Gluttony night at the park. I didn't feel very good the day after, I got to be honest.
Ninth frame here for Jennifer Williams. Ball ball comes up high, leaving the 310 baby split.
It definitely, to me, looks like Jennifer's feeling the fatigue. A lot of her shots are missing left right now. Definite sign that she's getting tired. She needs to dig deep and refocus. She still has 12 frames to make a move.
The important part of matches like this, as she bounces it out of the gutter and gets 0 on that shot. Give Jennifer a 0 for, oh, she did it already. One thing about these matches are that, we have a match here between Allison Stakowicz, who has, significantly more handicap than Jennifer Williams. But the key is when you're the bowler with the lower handicap, the key is to bowl your game. Bowl your average or above your average. Because if you bowl your average or above your average, you're going to win that match. The key right now for Jennifer is to try to keep this match close going into game number 2, so she can hopefully try to go back and attack it for the game number 2. That's why we do 2-game matches, because it's not over in one game. Want to take a quick moment to thank Town and Country Lanes and Playdrome Rose Bowl. I'm sorry, Haja Rose Bowl, rather, for hosting us for
Fatigue.
for the 4th year. Yeah, fatigue. Want to thank them for hosting us again. Rose Bowl worked out great for the finals today, basically allowing us to use their center exclusively today. And I want to take a quick moment to thank Lee Sant and Krista Sant and the whole BowlerX team. BowlerX sponsoring our 2017 PJBT Masters Tournament, putting $1,000 into the prize fund. So if you get a chance to stop by and see Lee,
Hey,
make sure you do at his pro shop.
that's the first strike on this pair.
Why, yes, it is.
Allison did get the first strike.
Yes.
Jennifer finishing up with 144. She has 162 with her handicap. So she will be trailing going into the second game of this 2-game match.
Yes. Jennifer has certainly dug herself a pretty large hole. She's going to lose this match.
But it doesn't mean she'll lose the total.
She's going to lose this match by over 40, and she has to give Allison another 70. So she's going to have to make up over 110 pins in the next game. That is going to be a hard task. It can certainly happen. We know Jennifer's capable of putting up mid-200 games, so it's definitely not out of the question, but she's going to need the game of her life.
Allison gets 3 to finish up, so she will finish with her handicap at 206. So Allison Stakowicz 206 to Jennifer Williams is 162. That will give her a 44-pin lead going into the second game of the match. So we will go right into game number 2. 44-pin lead for Stakowicz going into the second game of this 2-game final.
That's a much better shot.
Oh,
Does not get rewarded.
you need to change the score.
We'll get that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It actually wouldn't matter unless she misses it. Scored an 8 on the scoreboard, but it's actually a 9. And she got the spare, so it should score a spare. And it does. So as long as it does that, we're good.
Little conversation going on behind us with Jennifer and her coach/father. discussing strategy.
Allison gets 8 on her first ball, leaving the very interesting leave of a 1-5. Everyday common spare for PA Fats.
Absolutely.
She'll give it a go.
And she might make it.
She's got it
does.
covered. So a good spare. And that will even the score after 1 frame for game 2. Want to remind our bowling fans, don't forget, next weekend is the Best Scholarship Tournament, the Bowlers of the Eastern Scholarship Tours. We will be at Laurel Lanes in Maple Shade, New Jersey. Don't forget that you can come out Friday night for the warm-up tournaments.
Yep.
Warm-up tournaments for scholarship are going on all Friday night. I believe the first squad is around 5 o'clock.
It's either 5 or 5:30, but yeah, it usually starts. There's usually like 5, 7, and 9 he runs squads, if I remember correctly.
So come on down early, beat the traffic, and join us. We'll be there. You can also check in for the tournament, and that is the tournament next week that has a $5,000 top prize guaranteed. And for any bowlers who are out there watching who have not qualified for best, and you are a scratch bowler, you are eligible to sign up by paying your entry fee and walking into the tournament. And for PJBT bowlers, you can use your scholarship money to pay for that entry if you would like through our MAPS program. So it's a very exciting tournament, one of the biggest events of the year. Every year, Father's Day weekend, right over the border, just east of Philadelphia in Maple Shade, New Jersey. So Friday night is the warm-up tournament, Saturday is qualifying, and Sunday is the finals.
And Wednesday's Matt's birthday.
Hey,
Is that something important?
Sort of.
Okay.
I said to you before, I'll more than gladly pay your way down at Shady Maple on Wednesday. I know you're not going to go, but I'll pay his way at Shady Maple.
Because it's free.
I'll pay my way too. It's prime rib night down at Shady Maple on a Wednesday.
Jennifer cuts that one a little bit short, leaving the 1-3-8-10. She's keeping the board clean at the moment. She has 2 spares. She'll be looking to get a third here. And she makes a good shot, but the ball goes a little bit to the right. And she'll put a 42 on the board. 42 after 3 frames.
That's a good shot by Allison.
Allison with a good shot. And a makeable leave. She leaves the 6-10.
Looks like she made the spare.
She's got it lined up, and she spares it up. Allison doing what she needs to do to maintain a lead in this match.
To my left, Jennifer Williams is standing. Looks like she's going to be making a ball change.
Another good shot by Allison. Oh, goes through the heart, though, and leaves the double pinochle, as I like to call it, the 4-6-7-10.
Jennifer's going to go to her eternal cell on the next shot. Be looking to make a move.
Well, in a match like this, where you're basically nothing to lose, back to
Yes.
the wall,
Yes.
need
Hey.
to come up with something big.
We
It's
certainly
a good
saw
time to try it.
it happen in the scratch match
Very true.
when Andrew switched balls and got 6 in a row to win the match.
Absolutely. Allison picks up 2 there, 49 in the 4th scratch. With her handicap, she is at 343 at the moment for a game and 4 frames. Now, Jennifer Williams. Ball crosses over, leaving the 5-pin. Ball looked a little more aggressive on the back end.
Absolutely. She converts the 5-pin. Still finds herself down roughly 100 pins. 6 frames to go.
Once again, it seems like a huge number, but if she puts a couple strikes together, it could deteriorate very quickly.
Absolutely.
That shot looked a lot better off her hand. Comes up light, just leaving the 7-pin. I will say at this point in the match, she probably needs to strike more than spare. Normally we would say keep the board clean. She picks up the spare. She's having a little trouble striking in this pair. Actually, both bowlers having trouble striking in this pair. Allison with a good shot, and speak of the devil, she strikes.
You gave the non-strike a kiss of death there.
Yes, how about that? How about that?
Might have to put you on the live stream when the Prodigy's on there and say he's having trouble shooting 300.
I don't think you get that lucky out of me.
We're having trouble winning Powerball.
Hey, he just put a new pack of tickets in the machine.
I saw that. I should have grabbed the first one and last one quick.
Okay, Allison goes a little bit light. Or, I'm sorry, missing the head pin to the right. Leaving the 1-2. She'll look to post back-to-back marks here. Doing what she needs to do. Keeping the board clean. Maintaining a lead. Oh, that one came up a little bit short, and she will miss it to the right, but still doing okay. She'll have 75 in the 6th scratch. Her total up to 369 with her handicap for the cumulative score. Now Jennifer Williams looking to post some strikes. Needs to get going here. 6th frame. Look to make a decent shot there, but comes up light, leaving the bucket. The 2-4-5-8.
Looked like she missed her target a little bit to the right, and she's had that problem once we got later in the squad. If she just misses a little bit right, the ball does not finish for her.
This is an important spare here.
Good
And
spare.
she covers it. Unfortunately, she is putting marks on the board, but she's running out of frames. As she currently trails by still about 100. And we have 4 frames to go. Oh, that one she left short. Not what she meant to do there. Takes 3 off the left.
And that will do it. The match is officially over. Allison Stekowitz has won. The best Jennifer Williams could shoot now is 368. Allison has 369. And that will do it.
And we will still finish out the games, but you are correct. That
Yes.
will. So this
We'll be
year,
able to fast track the final 3 frames now.
all right, bowling fans, it's been a pleasure. I will be heading out to present some awards, and then we will be doing some interviews and wrapping up the show so that we can get ready for next weekend's Best Scholarship Tournament.
Another
So
2-day weekend for us.
we will.
2 days in a bowling center. 2.5, actually. Not for Peaches.
I'll be at work for 8 lovely hours.
We will see everybody in a little bit.
Thank you, Matt. Good spare there by Allison. So it is all over except for the scores. Do I hear Skip back here saying you put your life savings on something? He already would have lost his life savings once today. Ah. Yes. Yes. Yeah. All right, so we just have a couple more frames here to go. Then we'll do the award presentations. We will have interviews with the winners. And then we will head off to the Westie in Hamburg for those of you that might want to join us. Great bowling today. You should be proud. $500 into your scholarship fund, more than I put in my scholarship fund today. Here, look. This is what I tried to put in my scholarship fund today. Nada. Actually, he told me today as he was leaving that these last 2 weeks are setting himself up for something he thinks to do really good at junior gold. All right, ladies and gentlemen, your final score. Allison Stakowicz 419, Jennifer Williams 314. Allison, your champion, receives the $1,000 first place prize. We will have award presentations momentarily, and as the winners are getting their picture taken, we will reset the camera for post-match interviews. You have been watching the 2017 Pennsylvania Junior Bowlers Tour Masters Tournament. Stay tuned, everybody.
I had this. Okay, PJBT bowling fans, it is time to give out our handicap finalist awards. Finishing runner-up in the handicap division of this year's Masters, getting a $500 scholarship certificate goes to Jennifer Williams. Congratulations. And our 2017 champion, receiving a $1,000 scholarship certificate and the first place glass bowling pin for the title from Pocono Summit, Pennsylvania, Allison Stakowicz.
All right, let's reposition the camera for interviews.
Now we got both winners. We'll get a picture and we'll turn the camera around for the final interview. Thank you, everybody. All right. Just grab your bowling pin. Just grab your bowling pin, Allison.
Do you want a chair? Do you want a chair?
All right, so we are going to start today with Andrew, who was kind enough. We'll do Andrew first today, so you could pack up. Who was kind enough to wait for the final match. All right, here we have Good English. Good English.
Yeah.
Here we have the Scratch Division champion earning $1,500. Andrew, I'll let you say your last name to make sure I don't butcher it.
Dukowski.
Dukowski. Congratulations, first off.
Thank you.
Have you ever bowled PJBT tournaments before?
I bowl a few here and there, not a lot.
Okay, where do you hail from?
New Jersey, Linden, New Jersey.
Okay.
About an hour from here.
That's not too bad.
Yeah.
So, 3 patterns in 3 days. You qualified 7th, I believe.
Yes.
Yes, qualified 7th. And you made your way through the winner's bracket. Let's see here who you defeated along the way. You defeated Ben Rhines. Then you defeated Andrew Lazarchuk. Then you defeated Michael Martell. Then you defeated Connor Egan, and then you wrapped it up with a victory over Dylan Zimmerman. Tell me about that last game with Dylan, because you found yourself down by about 30 pins after game 1, and you started game 2 with back-to-back opens. Tell me about the rest of the game.
Yeah, I was basically in the right part of the lane, just not in the right ball, not in the right shape down lane. I was using some shiny equipment, too over-under reaction. I actually ended up getting a text message from Brandon Runk. He was like, "You need to go to something stronger," and I ended up going to a ball that I threw almost all day on the fresh, because I knew this pair didn't have a lot of play on it. So I went to the side swipe solid, and that ball just did its thing rest of the game for me. And shot making helped a lot too. Got more
Absolutely.
confidence.
Yes. Yeah, you, I believe, rattled off 6 in a row after the ball change.
Yeah.
What ball was that you changed
Side
to?
swipe solid. Columbia side swipe solid.
Excellent. Excellent. So I'll assume living in New Jersey, we're going to see you next week at best.
Oh, absolutely, yes. Yes, coming
All
off
right.
this weekend. Yes, you will.
Now, you look like you're in college.
Yes, I bowl for William Patterson, going into my junior year.
Ah, no wonder why Brandon
Mhm.
sent you a text message.
Yeah.
All right. So you want to give a shout out to anybody?
Ryan Carlisi for texting me and calling me and all this time, and my parents for letting me come out here, and I'm on staff with Hammer Ebonite International.
Mhm.
Great company. Go out and get your Ebonite equipment. Best company out there. That's it.
Absolutely. All right, ladies and gentlemen, your Scratch Division champion, earning $1,500 into his scholarship fund, Andrew Dukowski.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, now we have our handicap division champion coming in. Let's put these on. Okay. Wow. That was exciting. $1,000. Do you realize that you made more in one bowling tournament here than your dad makes in 2 weeks working, according to you? You did tell me earlier today your dad makes $500 a week, right? And you do know that 500 over 2 weeks is 1,000, and that's what you made today. Are you going to say anything? You've been talking to me all day long, and now you don't want to say a word?
Maybe.
Maybe. Do we have to get mom and dad in here to egg you on to say something?
Yes.
Yes? Which one do you want to come in here and sit with us?
Dad.
Dad? Mommy's going to come in here. Okay. Mom, put on the headset. So, Allison, you qualified yesterday as the 2 seed, correct? Let's see what your road to the final. You also did not have to go down into the contenders bracket. Let's see. You started out. You beat Lauren Bowersox. Then you beat Callie Bazil. Then you beat Jen Fitz. Then you beat Jennifer Williams. Then you had to face Jennifer Williams again in the finals, which you lost to her the first time by 12. But then you pretty much put the hammer down in the final match, and you got it done. What do you got to say for yourself? That's a lot that you're saying for yourself. Every time you passed me this entire weekend, you said something to me. Now, who's got your tongue right now that you don't want to say anything?
I think she really just wanted to go after it.
Is that what it was? You know, the whole world's only watching right now because the whole world wants to know what you have to say. What's the secret to winning a bowling tournament?
My dad helping me.
Your dad helping you. Well, isn't that nice? So you hear that, parents and children? Let your dad help you at every bowling tournament, and you too can take home $1,000 into your scholarship fund. How are you going to celebrate? Other than being asleep probably by the time you get out of the parking lot, how are you going to celebrate?
Well, I don't know yet.
Okay. Maybe
We're
some
not really doing anything today because Dad has to go to work.
Ooh, maybe some ice cream?
Colin owes some ice cream.
Oh, is Colin your brother? No?
No.
So, you had told me earlier today also that you want to have a farm when you grow up. What animals did you have on your farm?
Cows.
There was 5 of them. Cows,
Chickens.
chickens,
Horses.
horses,
Pigs.
pigs, and
And
what was the 5th one?
Roosters.
No, it wasn't roosters. It was something else.
Elephants.
Elephants. You wanted to have elephants on your farm. That's an interesting combination to have. All right, who do you want to thank for this victory? I know you want to thank me, so you don't have to say me, but who else? Who else do you want to thank?
My mom and dad.
Your mom and dad. Anybody else?
I think
Okay.
you should thank Colin for coming out and supporting you.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Nana and your brother for watching at home.
Were they watching you on the live stream?
And a
That's
bunch
cool.
of your friends, too, watching on Facebook and watching online.
That's cool.
All right, $1,000 richer, ladies and gentlemen. Your 2017 Handicap Division Masters champion, Allison Stakowitz. Congratulations.
And he even got your name right this
Look
time.
at that. I even got your name right. All right. Well, are you guys probably aren't going to Best next week, or are you heading down to New Jersey?
No, we
All
are
right.
not going down the best.
Well, then hopefully we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Tournament of Champions, since you've qualified for the Tournament of Champions. Only a select few get to go to that tournament. I'll be there. You going to talk a little more?
No.
Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Allison, let's wrap this up. Let's get Skip Moyer back in here. And we want Matthew in here because Matthew has to tell us what the pattern was.
Medium.
Yes, he could tell us all three. He did post the 2 on Facebook.
Yesterday was a short stack and a large fry, and today was a medium soda.
Sit. Sit.
I'm working on it.
You're too big. Sit.
Whoa.
Okay, so
All right. Well, anyway, that wraps up the 2017 Masters.
it does.
Another great day of drama here on the Pennsylvania Junior Bowlers Tour.
It was. Let me give you the patterns real
Okay.
quick.
All right.
Okay, so the short pattern yesterday was at Town and Country. That was Stockholm, 34 feet. And then yesterday was the 44 feet Tokyo here at Rose Bowl. And then today was the 39-foot Seoul pattern.
That would explain
Seoul
it.
pattern was the medium pattern for this year's Masters. So
Okay.
there you have it.
Thank you, Matthew.
Absolutely. Thank you, everybody.
I wasn't holding my hand out for you to shake it. I was just wanting to grab your mic. All right, Skip. Another Masters is in the books.
You think we're gonna get any kickback for the free Our Family's Pro Shop advertisement?
Let's hope. Let's hope we do.
Chick-fil-A's not responding.
Well, it's a Sunday. They have off.
That's no excuse.
We got to give them time.
Okay.
We'll send them a copy of the tape. All right, so I know you're off next week. You won't be
Yes.
joining us down in New Jersey, but you will be at ABC East in 2 weeks for the Tournament of Champions.
I'm hoping.
Yes. And then we also have the DeRupo camp coming up July the 8th. She's been texting me on and off today saying please talk about my camp. And we have the Gaines Memorial Tournament, first week in August. And then we get ready for season 19.
Yeah.
Yes. We will be doing a kickoff show, hopefully sometime before the season starts. We're trying to coordinate and have a cookout up at Matt's house to announce some changes and some great stuff coming up that Matt alluded to last week at Championship Weekend.
Very much so.
All right, let's wrap this up so we could go eat. The fat guy's getting hungry.
Well, that happens.
Yes, if anybody would like to join us, we are going to the Westie in Hamburg. Feel free, especially if you're going to pay.
Westy, we're talking to you.
Yes, we're
We do this weekly, so anything you want to kick in.
yes. Well, we need a GoFundMe page. We are. We're going to start a GoFundMe page. All right. So for Mom, for Pop Himmelreich, for Brett, for Travis, for Jen, for Brittany, for Stacy, for the Prodigy, for Matthew, this is Skip. I'm PA. We will see you. We probably will not be live streaming next week, but we might do some stuff on Facebook Live, but we definitely will live stream the Tournament of Champions. Until then, have a good evening. It's been great. See ya.